what's up everybody, and good morning. Yes, it is morning here. It's Saturday morning, Laconia Bike Week. We're in Lincoln, New Hampshire. We're at the Holiday Inn Express here in Lincoln. We're about ready to ride the Kancamagus Highway. Hey, and if you're new here, hey guys, welcome. Please click that like and subscribe button at the bottom of the screen. And welcome back if you're not new here. The Kancamagus Highway is a great road. It's got a lot of twisted turns. I call it the tail of the dragon in the north. It's the northern version of the tail of the dragon. Now, with that being said, I'm also going to do a ride review of my 2022 lowrider. I'm sorry, words suck, of my 2022 CVO Roadglide. All right, guys, we'll see you on the road. Hey, so we're on the road. We're at the base or the beginning of the Kancamagus Highway. So while we're on the base here, I'm going to start my review of the 2022 CVO Roadglide. What I like about it, what I love about it, where I think Harley fell short, and my impressions. Well, let's first start with the first impression people see, which is a visual impression. I think the Envious Green Fade is absolutely one of the best color combinations Harley-Davidson came out with. The paint job of the Mako Shark was another good one. Of course, everybody loves the Amber Whiskey. The silver CVO with the number 1 on the tank, that was always nice, and so was the Snake Venom. So I'm going to rate this as one of the best colors Harley-Davidson ever produced for their motorcycles. Next thing I'm going to talk about will be the wheels. They are a laced wheel, which is a spoke, but the spokes aren't in the center of the rim, so they are a tubeless tire. That I like. Spokes, I'm not that big of a fan of, and I because of the amount of maintenance that goes into them when owning them and working with them. Not one of my favorite things. Next will be the 117. Now, what's there not to like about a 117? You know, I haven't really had a chance to open it up because we are at 700 miles. We're about 300 miles shy of the break-in service where I can actually enjoy the ride. Now, if you're curious on how to break in your motorcycle, at the end of this video, I'll have a link in the screen to break for the break-in, how to properly break in your motorcycle. But I really like the smoothness of the 117. According to the GPS from yesterday, I was averaging, believe it or not, 47 miles to the gallon. So I was really impressed with the amount of fuel consumption and the range I had on a tank of gas. Granted, yeah, it's all highway, but you know, I can't complain for 117. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the suspension. Now, I wish Harley-Davidson did something different with this suspension. They put the same shocks that you'd find on a Softail standard. I'm sorry, not Softail, Roadglide or Street Glide touring standards or specials. The same shocks. And you're paying a premium for this motorcycle. You know, the MSRP on one of these things is $43,000, which is 10 grand more than I paid for my Mercedes-Benz. And they use the same
unforgiving shocks. Now, if you got the Roadglide ST or the Street Glide ST, they come with the Harley-Davidson premium shocks by Öhlins. Why couldn't they put that on this motorcycle? Guys, let me know in the comments below of why you think, other than they were being cheap, that they wouldn't put their premium shocks on their premium motorcycles. Now, as far as that goes, the shocks, that can always be upgraded. And last night I was talking to a guy who is Legend Suspension. He works for Legend. He was at my hotel, and I was talking with him a little bit last night. So hey, if you see this video, hey, please click that like and subscribe. Love to have you as a subscriber. Actually, I'd love to have everybody as a subscriber. I appreciate all you guys. Now, Harley also comes out with, on this bike, the lighted or the backlit hand controls. So where your start button, your horns, your turn signals, all that, those switches are all backlit. So at night they're all lit up, which is nice. Granted, we all ride motorcycles. We don't need to see where our buttons are because it's second nature. I get it. But it's nice to see. And they also put their heated grips on the bike. Well, I'll tell you what. It's below 50 degrees this morning here in Lincoln, New Hampshire, going up through the White Hills on the Kancamagus Highway. And I'll tell you, it's the first bike I ever had with heated grips. I was always against having them. I was like, nah, you don't need those. Real bikers don't have heated grips. Well, guess what? They made a believer out of me. I like having these heated grips, especially right now. And that's awesome. Another thing I like that Harley did for this is they put all LED lights on it for your front turn signals, your back turn signals, your front headlight. Everything is LED. So you don't have to spend that money at Custom Dynamics or anywhere to upgrade your lights to LED. And I'm sure they're not happy about that, because I'm not buying LED lights to replace LED lights. If I replace the front turn signals, it's because I want the white on the running and then the amber for the turn. Right now the fronts are amber for run and turn. So that's basically it for the review of the 2022 CVO Roadglide. I love this bike. Oh yeah, the handling. I talked about how poor the suspension is, but the geometry of this motorcycle with the 21-inch wheel up front, this bike actually handles much better than my 2019 Roadglide ever did. I could put this thing where I want it. Riding this bike, I'm a lot more confident with than I was with the 2019. So that has a lot to do for everything. I mean, why wouldn't you want this? This is a beautiful thing, So yeah, I could, suspend, handling, cornering, I like it. Now, oh yeah, it also has a hill assist. And how that works is you got to hold the front brake lever while it's in gear, let the clutch out, not all the way, but enough to grab it, then release, pull the clutch back in, and then you can take your hands off the brakes. It will hold your bike on a hill. Now, there was an indicator on the dash for that, and it's with your traction control. So yeah, that's a pretty cool thing when you're stuck on a steep hill in traffic, you know, just something to help you with comfort and convenience. Now, I was against the RDMS, whatever Harley calls that, the rider's assistance for, you know, traction control, stability control, and the cornering and all that. Well, you know what? 700 miles in on this bike, and I have not yet felt that being intrusive, which I think is great, because you don't want something to intrude or impede on your riding experience, other than, you know, slower cars in front of you. So yeah, I haven't had that. This also has a rain mode, which I have yet to activate and use, and you know, to be honest with you, I hope to God I never do. Do I ride in the rain? Absolutely, I have. Will I intentionally go out and ride in the rain? No, I will not. However, if I get caught in the rain like I did yesterday, it was just a quick shower I got caught in for about 5 minutes. Wasn't even enough for me to pull over, put my rain gear on. But will I, you know, no, I won't intentionally go out and ride in the rain. Nope. But if I get caught in the rain, you can only get so wet. And I haven't had a chance to try that yet, which is, you know, fine by me. But it's just another thing, knowing that if I need it, it's there. I mean, Harley did a good job with designing their newer bikes. I mean, new road glides and street glides and Softails and the Sportsters. I mean, they've done a really, really good job with designing them. And, you know, my hat's off to their design department, because they really did a nice job. Oh, this guy is making this ride so boring. You really don't want to fly through this area, because they do have moose up here. They do have bears, coyotes, and, you know, wolves, and all sorts of crazy wildlife. And I get it. Look at this turn. Isn't this awesome? All right, we're going to pull into this little rest stop. It's a tradition of mine. Every time I come up this way, I always stop at this overlook. It's the Hancock Trailhead overlook. It's actually pretty cool. And I just hit a bump back there, and I heard my wife go, ow, because the suspension sucks. Thanks, Harley. If you're listening, you want to send me a set of those Olins to do a review, I'll do the review. I'll do the install. I'll definitely do the review.